Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown spoilers, WWE main event, and other wrestling world news. Former WWE performer Teddy Long turned 60 years old. Long worked as a ring crew member, referee, manager, and on-air general manager during his career that began in 1985. He was released by WWE in June 2014. But has reappeared on TV since then. And his nickname I gave him when he was in the NWA, WCW, Peanut Head. That's his head shaped like a peanut. Ring of Honor wrestler turned 28 years old. Happy birthday, Rhett Titus. Born September 15, 1987. Titus also worked as the Romantic Touch masked character. Japanese wrestler Hiromasa Genki Hirojuki turned 37 years old. I hope I pronounced his name right. He was born September 15, 1978. Lancelot Bravado turned 30 years old. He was born on September 16, 1985. He's a Ring of Honor wrestler. Retired pro wrestler Phil LaFon turned 54 years old. He was born September 16, 1961. No dark match advertised from the arena on the website for SmackDown taping. Former TNA star Gunner, PWX owner Brian Kanabrowski, and fan Adrian Rohr are supposed to sit down this week and put the recent incident behind them. If you didn't know, Gunner allegedly kicked Rohr at a recent PWX indie event in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Gunner took to Facebook and denied the assault allegations, knowing that he did push Rohr back with his boot and that the promotion had problems with the man before. Regarding the status of the highly anticipated Camp WWE adult cartoon has been put on hold. The episodes had to be redone because the Hulkster was one of the characters, and also CM Punk had to be removed at one time also. WWE has reportedly signed Tough Enough finalists, local state from Louisiana, ZZ Zamaria Loop. He was at the WWE Performance Center working out in the ring on Monday, according to BW Insider. Apparently, ZZ has reported to the Performance Center to begin work. WWE now has all four Tough Enough finalists signed as winners. Josh Brettel and Sarah Lee reported to work this month, and Amanda Sakamoto began filming Total Divas. As noted, Randy Orton was was backstage at Raw season premiere, but was not used. With that being Go Home Raw for Night of Champions, seems Orton won't be the partner for Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose against the Wyatt family on Sunday. Regarding speculation of Eric Rowan possibly returning, BW Insider notes that he's not ready to be back in the ring yet. Rowan is scheduled to report to the Performance Center soon to begin training again and to work out some of the ring rust. Two others rumored are speculated names are Kane and Chris Jericho. Kane is scheduled to be backstage at Night of Champions and could provide the Monster versus Monster element with Braun Strowman. Jericho could also be a long shot, but he hasn't been on TV in a while, and he has some matches with Bray Wyatt, so it's possible. He has some matches at the WWE live events, not to mention their feud in 2014 on TV. As noted, the names are not confirmed. WWE recently applied a trademark to the name Asuka, and this is the name she will be going on, not kind of ring name in NXT. Unfiltered with Renee Young on the WWE Network, featuring Randy Orton and his fiancée Kim. The link is posted right there. Okay, it looks like Alex Riley is endorsing Donald Trump for president for the United States. As Riley tweeted the following on Wednesday, at Alex Riley WWE, love the at WWE mention from At Fox News, tonight's hashtag GOP debate will be like at WWE cage match at Real Donald Trump. It's gonna be huge. The latest episode of Jim Ross Report podcast features Bill Eadie and Barry Darso, formerly known as Axe's Massive Demolition. JR asked what led to the end of Demolition after their 7-year run in WWE, and Eadie said that it had an allergic reaction to shrimp. He had an allergic reaction to shrimp. After traveling to Japan so much, he developed a toxic buildup of iodine. Just prior to a WrestleMania, he had shrimp for dinner, which triggered an anaphylactic reaction. Eadie said he had an out-of-body experience and had to take some time off. That's when WWE brought Crush into the mix, and Eadie took on more of a managerial role. Eadie also had said some promises were made that weren't kept, so he decided it was time to leave the company. Darso added that the matches Demolition had against the Road Warriors just before disbanding were some of the worst matches they ever had. Ross also asked if the duo thinks a WWE Hall of Fame induction would be a big deal. Darso said it would be a huge deal, but also said that there are a number of other guys worthy of being inducted. Eadie is already a member of the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame as the match superstar, but said a WWE induction would be nice. He said everyone likes to be recognized for their contributions to the business. JR believes that they are a shoe-in for a future class. Via Selin Gerald, former WCW WWE star Dangerous Dan Spivey, sits down with Tech, NSC, Game Boy, and Shinblade of Under the Mat Radio, discussing such topics as his rehab program, Sober Choice, counseling various addictions, the infamous WWE lawsuit concerning concussions by former wrestlers, Billy Jack Haynes hitting rock bottom, addiction testimonials, the Waylon Mercy character, his injury rumor in a match with Kevin Nash, Billy Jack Haynes' false accusations of Roddy Piper being let go from Podcast One, and Vince McMahon being the cause of death of Piper, and more. And the link can be followed up at btr.com. Okay. Part 2 will be next week. In the wake of WWE Tough Enough competitor signing with WWE, another competitor, Chelsea Green, posted an update on Facebook. At 4:45, wake up call. That's in the morning. Headed back to Regina this morning, where I will be spending a month stunt doubling. It's crazy how opportunities are thrown at you when you need them most. I love wrestling, and I'm still spending time training and working shows, but this job was too amazing to pass up. It is going to be a busy month trying to balance wrestling and set life, but I am more ready and excited for it. I can't wait to share the details of this movie with you all. Former WWE Tough Enough contestant Tanner Saraceno recently fought in the main event of a Gladiators Challenge MMA show in Kuwait. While Tanner still wants to do pro wrestling, he is taking up on fighting gigs to help him save up money so he can afford to attend a good wrestling school. WWE has not approached him about any sort of developmental deal yet. And thanks to the Source of Wrestling Observer newsletter. And what you've all been waiting for, report number 1 from main event. Joshua Jones attended SmackDown tapings in Little Rock and posted the following about the main event taping. Dark match, Dudley Boyz defeated Heath Slater and Brad Maddox. The Dudley Boyz won quickly. Main event taping, Rusev defeated Jack Swagger. Rusev won in a roughly 10-minute match with the Accolade. Bo Dallas defeated Zack Ryder. The Ascension with Stardust defeated the Lucha Dragons with Neville. Ascension won with a roll-up. Match number 4, Damien Sandow beat Adam Rose. Sandow cut a promo on how he's back. He had the pink trunks back and purple knee pads. And I will post a picture of it. And the dark match, as the second report will tell you, that it was a dark match and not an actual main event match. But Sandow won the match anyways. Thanks to Chrissy from the following WWE main event spoilers from Little Rock. Very brief. Rusev defeated Swagger. Dallas defeated Zack. Lucha Dragons defeated the Ascension. Dark match before the taping saw Dudley's defeat Heath Slater and Brad Maddox. Dark match in between main event and SmackDown taping saw Damon Sandow, with his back to his original character, defeated Party Pooper Adam Rose. And posting the picture there. And first report from SmackDown. Thanks to Joshua Jones. Seth Rollins came out and cut a promo on beating two first ballot Hall of Famers at Night of Champions. He talked about doing the unthinkable and teaming with the Money in the Bank contract holder. Sheamus against Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Sheamus came out and talked about Rollins watching his back because Sheamus could cash in at any time. Match number 1, Naomi and Sasha defeated Paige and Becky. Naomi and Sasha won when Naomi rolled up Paige. There was a backstage segment with Brie and Alicia Fox planning Nikki Bella's celebration for the longest reigning Divas champion. New Day came out and cut a promo about having a petition to save the tables. Match number 2, Kofi defeated Devon Dudley. Kofi won with a roll-up. Match number 3, Big Show defeated Cesaro. Show won with a the Master Destruction Punch. Kevin Owens defeated Dolph Ziggler by disqualification. The match was this was the match of the night until Ryback ran down and caused a DQ and attacked Owens. Ryback went for a shell shot, but Owens avoided it and ran backstage. Main event was Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose defeated Seth Rollins and Sheamus as Ambrose pinned Sheamus with the Dirty Deeds. Dark match main event segment. Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper fought Ambrose and Reigns. Braun Strowman appeared, but Ambrose and Reigns got the better of them and tossed him out of the ring to send the crowd home happy. Pop of the night was Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler and Lucha Dragons. Most boos, Sheamus, Bo, Dallas, and Big Show. Chrissy sent in her review of the SmackDown spoilers from Little Rock, Arkansas. Naomi and Sasha defeated Paige and Becky. This was a good Divas match, and the crowd was hot for both teams. New Day comes to the ring, cuts a promo on tables and trees. Dudley Boys interrupted, and apparently there was a non-title match that the New Day won. Big Show defeated Cesaro with a knockout punch. Kevin Owens defeated Ziggler with an assist from Rusev. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose defeated Sheamus and Seth Rollins in the main event, and the Bellabration for Nikki Bella aired as various backstage segments throughout the night. And that was it for her point of view. I couldn't find any other different results from that. So that's going to conclude my results and spoilers for this week's episodes of SmackDown and WWE Main Event. Thanks again. Peace. See what I want to be you? If you don't know, you better call me, bro.